That's my mom. She's driving us all to Yosemite National Park. She's gonna camp out the first night with us. And riding shotgun is my wife. That's Lauren. I got you. So Jay. Hey. For the first week of our trip, we enjoyed the company of Kristen and Jay, our good friends from Manhattan, Kansas.
How are you guys?
We are awesome.
Have a park pass. Do you need a mapping guide?
Sure.
Hey, are you filming me?
I certainly am.
That's awesome.
Our trip begins along Tenaya Creek in the backpackers camp in Yosemite Valley. Day 1 is August 23rd, 2016. James, here we go.
And they're off.
Yosemite is just as beautiful as everyone says. Thinned out, it's cooler.
We'll take the other trail.
Seems like every switchback we go up is prettier than the last. So here's my first issue of the trail. My battery should be charging and there should be a little red light by where the cable plugs in, and nothing is going on. It's day 1. I'm bringing 25 pounds of camera gear, and if I can't charge it, that's a bit of iron to lug around that you can't really use. It is time for some lunch. That's what we're doing over here. This is the very bottom of my pack.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Huh?
Really swimming.
How cold is it? Oh, that's cold.
It's very cool.
So today we hiked the 4.5 miles from Yosemite Valley up to Little Yosemite Valley, but we're all camped out. We all just went for a swim, used the restroom. Now we're going to go clean up, cook dinner, and hit the sack early so we can go do Half Dome tomorrow. You see that little red light? That is happiness. That means my battery charger is working again. So this is our campsite for the night, night number 1. Oh, look, it's Wee Moose. Hi, Wee. Salt water. No, actually I didn't.
Tell me more.
I brought a little jug of cooking oil. All right, it is morning of day 2. We are about ready to go up Half Dome. We're hoping to get out of here about 7 o'clock, but between us being a little bit new to this, being on the trail, and having a stove malfunction, it is like 7:40. So up we go. Catch you later. I cannot get over how big these trees are. They just reach towards the sky forever and ever and ever. So we've now jettisoned the worst of our backpacks, and we're headed up Half Dome. It is steep. As we get higher up the trail, you can see the views start to open up. You can see the white striated granite of Yosemite. As you get to the top of Quarter Dome, this is your view. The cable route of Half Dome. About every 10 or 12 feet there's a 2x4 you can rest on, and it is a slow grind to the top. Jay, what are your thoughts on going up the cables route of Half Dome?
I'm terrified. That's it. I'm just freaking terrified.
If a thunderstorm is anywhere in the horizon, do not pass beyond this sign. I think we're good. There's Lauren down there. That would be my badass wife. Oh, I love my old Scarfer boots. Best arm workout I've ever had. Ooh, great. Enjoy the view. Thank you, sir. Yeah, top of the cables. One of the coolest things about being on top of Half Dome is the steady procession of people that like to strike a pose, looking all the way over the edge of the Yosemite Valley. And maybe not quite so all the way over the edge. This is why we climb Half Dome. Here is the view. Down we go. Nice job.
Thank you. You too.
Enjoy the day. Can't believe you did it. So cool.
Good job.
Awesome. Awesome. So earlier today when we were up on top of Half Dome, there was an older gentleman up there. He was really, really sick. And if you look, you can see a helicopter in the center of the frame coming in to pick him up. He was not doing well. Whew, long day today. Hiked up Half Dome, brought all my camera gear up, took some awesome pictures. Got a bit of video too. The cables were a blast. Behind our tents you can see the silhouette of Half Dome on the horizon. That was a cool hike. We are all pretty much knackered though, so we're all going to do double dinner rations tonight. I've just been told that dinner is ready, so I gotta go.
Good morning. Today we are going on the trail up over Cathedral Pass and hopefully camping around Cathedral Lake, Lower Cathedral Lake. Probably about 9 to 10 miles from here, so should be a good day.
There is our trail. Off to Tuolumne Meadows we go. At the request of my friend Jay, I'm officially shooting the moon. I'm just glad we're higher up. That breeze is exactly what I needed. It does almost feel like air conditioning.
That's why I said it. A little bit of AC blowing through.
So we just got to the top of this hill and we noticed a stone creature that smoking a cigar. And I'm pretty sure he needs a light. Jay, do you think you could help him out?
Are you serious?
Absolutely incredible. Cathedral Lake, 4.1 miles. I kind of want to go look over this edge to the right, see what's going on over there.
Who was it that climbed that?
Muir.
John Muir.
The John Muir.
Alright, we finally found a campsite. You always have to be at least 100 feet from water or trails. So here we are at Upper Cathedral Lake. This is our view. It is stunning. Here's the view in the other direction. Cathedral Peaks. That doesn't feel good.
It hurts.
Whew, that was a great day, but I am super tired. Feet are a little bit sore, and I stink. So we're gonna go jump in the lake. It's gonna be freezing cold. It's probably 55 or 60 degrees outside, but the temperature's coming down pretty fast. But I gotta clean up. So, cheers. So we all hopped in the lake. It was freezing cold. Washed our clothes a little bit. We're gonna hang them up to dry. Throw the tents up, cook some dinner, and sleep like babies. Cause man, we are beat. Day 3, good day. Well, good morning. It is day 4 on our JMT trip. A little bit colder last night here up at Upper Cathedral Lake. Had a good night's sleep, although again a little bit colder. I love my my new air mattress that I got, but it's really crinkly, so I don't think it bothers me a lot. I'm pretty sure it keeps my wife awake. But she was warm. We put a hot water bottle in her sleeping bag last night. It helped a lot. So took some great pictures of the stars. I'll show those to you as well. off to another day. We're going to hit our first resupply at Tuolumne Meadows, except they lost our resupply package, so we will be shopping instead. See you later. Man, I love it when the sun comes up. Just warms your bones. So we're only about 4 days into our hike, but somebody spied a restroom here in the Tuolumne Meadows area, and everybody drops their packs and takes off like a shot because, hey, it's a bathroom. It's a nice thing. Got some food bucket action here? Yeah. Man, I don't know if you can smell this on camera, but my God, this smells good. We're in Tuolumne Meadows having some burgers, some Frosties, whatever else looks good. Kristen, how much better does it feel having washed your hair?
100% better. I feel like a woman again.
Yay.
Yay!
Lauren, you loving life?
Oh man. So good.
As we stop for a cookie break, I just noticed these rocks on the right side of the trail as we go up Lyle Canyon. They're polished granite from when this area was covered by glaciers, and they're so shiny it looks like they're wet. We just found our campsite for the night. I'll give you a quick peek at it. So I think we'll set up one tent here. Then one tent right about where Jay's stinky feet are. We just noticed below our camp there are 2 does, and each one has a beautiful little spotted fawn, and they're all just hanging out, munching on grass. It is a beautiful, crisp morning. If you see the white line beneath the bushes, that is frost. It froze last night. It is August, heck, I don't even know the day, maybe the 27th. And we're off on day 5. A couple hours into our morning hike, we got our first view of the big old permanent snowfield up above Donahue Pass. Now Lauren got her first blister. That one looks like it hurts. Oh, well, we're about 2/3 of the way up Donahue Pass, and it's kicking our butts. Jay had blisters yesterday, Lauren's got blisters today. My back hurts. Kristen's pretty much good to go, but whew, this is a good climb. I have just been informed that Lauren's blisters have been named. They are Donna and Hugh. So this is what lunch on a trail really looks like. It is a long, steep hike up out of Lyle Canyon, but boy, it sure is pretty. Well, we're about a half a mile below Donahue Pass, and this is one of the prettiest things I've ever seen in my whole life. The snowfields below Mount Lyle, crystal clear glacial water, hanging out with good friends. Doesn't get any better than this. We're now leaving Yosemite National Park. Whew. So today we did about 10 miles from Lyle Canyon up over Donahue Pass and then down, beautiful, beautiful place, probably not quite 3 miles from Donahue Pass. We are all absolutely knackered. Our feet hurt, half of us have blisters, half of us have hurt knees, and we got some bad news about our dog today too. He's got a cyst in his mouth. So today was a rough day, but on the flip side, it was absolutely gorgeous all day. So we're gonna get some food and crash hard. See you tomorrow. Good morning, it's day 6. This is our pack explosion. We're all getting packed up, ready to go. Stuff those bear canisters full. Still gotta take down our tent and hit the trail, do some miles. So Jay, following you hiking, I've noticed you have this really funny white spot on your otherwise filthy legs. So tell me exactly, what is that all about?
When I was probably 12 years old, I was riding a bicycle and dribbling a basketball at the same time. And the chain came off and the gears of the bike jammed into my leg. So now there's no hair, sweat glands. It's basically just smooth scar tissue that dirt doesn't stick to.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm a wild child, Ryan. I do what I want.
You're the best kind. I avoided all hike for this view. This is amazing. After a great place to have some lunch, we got to make some serious miles, so time to load them up and leave Thousand Island Lakes along down the trail. Hi girls. We're at a beautiful Garnet Lake. Look at this view.
After hiking down from Garnet Lake through some shadowy trees, we find ourselves at Shadow Lake. A couple more miles until we reach our final destination for the evening, Rosalie. We are in the middle of a joyous long climb up out of the Shadow Lake Basin.
We knew there'd be a little hike, just weren't anticipating a whole bunch of switchbacks. But up we go. Not too far from camp, just got to get it done. And we're all out of water. Well, this is our last night on the trail with Jay and Kristen. It has been really fun. It's our campsite. Walked down that little steep trail to get to it. There's Lauren and Jay. Jay kind of drew the short straw last night and got a little bit of an incline underneath his tent, so we've got the nice level tent site tonight. Get all rested for tomorrow. All right. Time for some dinner, huh?
Yep. Right here.
Chicken and mashed potatoes? Don't mind if I do.
Sounds like a home-cooked meal.
Sounds delicious to me.
We did slave over it.
Thank you.
It's annoying. That one's an annoying thing.
I love the real chicken. Good morning, everyone. It is day 7 of our John Muir Trail trip. Today we hiked down into Red's Meadow, get our resupply, and we'll have to see Jay and Kristen off. They are out of time off from work. Morning, guys.
Hi.
So you guys spent the last week on the trail with us, in the John Muir Trail. We hiked over 50 miles. What'd you guys think of that?
Well, my feet hurt. I stink. I had to poop in a hole in the ground that I dug myself. Other than that, it was the most amazing experience of my life. It was absolutely beautiful. It's worth every minute. It was awesome.
Kristen, you have a good time?
I had an awesome time. Yes, it's wonderful. The sights we've seen just are amazing. There's no words other than amazing for it.
How much are you looking forward to a hot shower?
Oh, so looking forward to it. My skin is so tacky, so dirty.
I'm looking forward to her
sweat.
showering too.
My feet are disgusting.
Yeah, I think that's shared by all.
Yes.
We're really glad you guys came. I appreciate you coming with us. It was amazing to have you guys here.
Thank you for having us. It was awesome.
You bet. Safe travels. We'll do it again.
Yes, of
Sounds
course.
good.
About an hour into our hike, we came across this huge blowdown. Massive trees are just down like toothpicks. Come down into Red's Meadow. It is hot through here, really hot. Pretty slippery too. It's granite, but it's covered by a layer of this white pumice, which is a really funny rock. It's really not very dense. If you take a piece of it and put it in water, it floats. Still, the promise of hamburgers keeps us going. There go our friends. Well, from here on out, it's just Lauren and I. There she is. I think Moosey's coming too. There he is. Well, let's go to Red's. Get a hamburger, no, a cheeseburger, and, please God, ice cream. Not 200 yards from where we left Jay and Kristen, or Jay and Kristen left us, you can see the long columns of basalt that make up the Devil's Postpile National Monument. Really cool to look at, really strange.
Still got a little ways to go. First, something cold to drink and eat at Red's Meadow.
That looks really good. Thank you so much.
Some more diet and the shakes on its way.
All right. That looks good. Let's do it. Strawberry milkshake with whipped cream. Tall one. Yeah, there it is. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you guys are all paid up too, so.
Thank you.
There's our food. That'll get us to Muir Trail Ranch. That's our food. Look at all this resupply goodness. Not to mention we have atomic fireballs. Yes. Alright, so we got all the contents out of our 5-gallon bucket that we mailed ourselves, and now it's just time to divvy it up, put it in our bear cans, and off we go. After Red's Meadow Resort, nothing but blown down, snapped off giant trees. Thankfully they're starting to regrow just fine underneath. But man, it's hot out here in the sun. A lot of people complain about hiking through the blowdown. Personally, I think it's really beautiful. The reason why is you can see the mountain range behind you. There's some jagged, beautiful peaks in there. Good morning on day 8, Ryan and Lauren of course. We had a very leisurely morning doing lots of little camp chores. Got ourselves all cleaned up. Finally cleaned my pants. It's been like 4 or 5 days since I cleaned my pants. They were disgusting. Got the inside of the tent all wiped down, had a hot breakfast, hot drinks. Just generally took our time. It was really nice. And while I was putting my shoes on, I was looking up the hill behind the camera, and of course didn't have the camera with me, and noticed there were not one but 2 coyotes walking up the hill. So we've got about 10 or 12 miles to do today, where we hope to end up at Purple Lake or Virginia Lake. So more beautiful footage to come. See you soon. Our camp spot last night was at the base of one of the 2 red cones. We were a little bit closer to the north one than the south one. About 10 minutes uphill past Deer Creek when heading southbound on the John Muir Trail. We come across the 900-mile marker for PCT northbounders. They still have 1,700 to go. Lauren's been having trouble with her feet. And the stretch up from Deer Creek has been really hot and really dry. We just passed the sign for no more campfires, which means we have now crossed the 10,000 foot elevation level again. We're officially back in the Sierra High Country, and it's finally cooling off, because boy, it was hot this morning. We're headed for the outlet of Duck Lake now, so we can get some more water. It's been about a 5-mile uphill stretch with no water. Really pretty up here. After that, after Duck Lake is Purple Lake and then Virginia Lake. Did I get that right? Had to check with the wife. So, almost to some water. Starting to see some fall color in the foliage here. Ready when you are. I'm gonna drown you. That's not bad.
That'll work.
Cool.
Here.
Clean hair. Nothing like hiking in the last golden light of the day in the High Sierra Mountains. Almost at our home for the night. Purple Lake.
Good morning on day 9 of our JMT trek. Time for another Big Texas cinnamon roll.
Put some clean socks on that I washed yesterday in the creek. Hang out on the backpack all day to dry. I'll do the same thing today with my other pair of socks. Time to clean my other camera lens. I keep them stored in an outdoor research water bottle insulator. Works great. It's got about a 1/2 inch of insulation so you can bang it around all you want. Not worry about breaking anything delicate. Plus it keeps them fairly clean. Cleanliness is a real battle on the trail. Get all the dust off first. Try not to do any more than you have to. Otherwise you risk scratching it, even though I do have a polarizing filter on the front of this. Wait, day 9?
Yep.
So good morning on day 9. Today we're going to hike about 12 miles to get ourselves over Silver Pass. Last night we camped at the beautiful Purple Lake. It was an awesome campsite. We almost camped down below, but it was much colder down there, and Lauren suggested we camp up on the hill, and it was much better, much warmer, and a lot flatter too, and not quite as wet. So we're off for another beautiful day of hiking. We've decided Lauren's trail name is Tenderfoot. Her blisters are killing her.
They hurt.
One thing we just can't get over is how absolutely crystal clear all of the lakes and rivers are out here. Call it Purple Lake, but maybe they should call it Emerald Lake. It's a perfect emerald green. Once or twice a day we'll stop and filter more water so we can drink it, and while one person filters, the other person usually does laundry. We definitely had a cold front of some kind roll through last night. It's been crystal clear and basically calm the entire 9 days of our trip till today. Today it's a good 15 degrees cooler, which is very welcome. It's been hot going up these hills. And there's finally some wind. Welcome to beautiful Lake Virginia. Well, it is mid-afternoon on day 9. We are headed up towards Silver Pass. Now you can see how I got my trail name, Tripod. Laura and I just made it up to the top of Silver Pass. It's beautiful up here. A little bit chilly, but not too bad. How's it grind?
Lucy too.
Lucy too. I'll show you the view on the other side. I can show you all the way from where we came in Yosemite. So those two peaks you can see way off in the distance are Banner and Ritter peaks. The range behind those is in Yosemite National Park, and we came about 25 miles through Yosemite. We came up that valley today, and up through a series of beautiful lakes. There's the trail over Silver Pass, and this is where we're headed tonight, further south into the Sierras. This is home sweet home for the night on day 9 of our JMT trek. Got the tent all set up. Lauren's in there blowing up our thermarest and puffing up our sleeping bags. I'm going to get dinner ready. We are about a mile and a quarter south of Silver Pass. See you guys tomorrow. Day 10. It's a perfect Sierra day today. Look at the color of these skies. It's the most amazing blue. So we're not going to stop and film quite as much today. On day 10, we're about 4 miles behind where we'd like to be. Granted, in the scope of 220 miles, it's not that much, but need to stay on schedule. Been having a lot of trouble with Lauren's feet and a couple other minor little things. So all in all, having a great time, but look for a little less footage today, but the footage we get, we'll make sure it's good. Morning, Rainey.
So, me and my husband were just talking. We were like, if you make a movie, we would pay to go see it. Is that what you're doing?
It'll be on YouTube. You can watch it for free.
Oh! Well, I said, anybody who carries a tripod that far, I will pay to go see their movie.
Look who's here. It's Rainey. There she is.
Hey! So that's awesome.
What's up, llamas?
Hey, guys. What's up? How are you?
Today is September 1st, and just noticed that the aspen are starting to turn color. After crossing Mono Creek, it was back to switchbacking uphill for about 2,000 feet as we ascend across the valley from the beautiful Vermilion Cliffs. So Lauren and I have come to the unfortunate conclusion that we are officially a day behind pace, which means we're going to spend an extra day out before we get to the Muir Trail Ranch, which is our resupply. We have enough food. It will mean eating a lot more peanut butter than we wanted to, though. But Lauren's blisters are just killing her, and she's having trouble sleeping through the night. We end up getting a late start and then having a late day, which tends to prolong itself. So we'll figure it out. So we're hoping this is the psychological low point of the trip. It's been kind of a hard day. That climb out of Mono Creek is a bear. Absolute butt kicker. So Switchback after switchback after switchback. Up you go. But without all the great views you're kind of used to by now. Look at this little frog we found here. We almost stepped on the poor little guy. Glad we didn't. Bye, little frog. So this is how Lauren got her trail name, Tenderfoot. She gets big, bad, deep blisters. Ouch.
For the worst part, putting the shoe on.
Good morning on day, shoot, what are we on now, 11? Good morning on day 11. Just got all our camp chores done. It is a leisurely 10:15, and we're gonna hit the trail, do some miles. See you soon. So we just crossed Bear Creek. It's a fun little crossing. It's pretty easy in a low water year like this year, which is summer of 2016. We are now headed up to Selden Pass. Every day the weather forecast seems to be exactly the same. Blue skies all day long, no clouds, light breezes, highs about 70, lows about 35 to 45. The sky looks like this every direction, every single day. I am panning the camera all around the sky. The only other thing you're going to see besides blue sky are trees. Lauren has found the holy grail of resting points. Just made it to the top of Selden Pass. We can see Heart Lake off in the distance. Well, this is the third time I've tried to shoot this. The first time the camera wasn't on, the second time the microphone wasn't on, and the third time, hopefully is a charm. Today, in celebration of our 100-mile mark, we're going to make camp early. It's only about 6 o'clock right now. We've been rolling into camp at like 7:15, 7:30, which is when the sun sets. No time to really enjoy it. Tonight, we're going to kick our boots off, put some sandals on, eat a big dinner, and go to bed early. Tomorrow, we will resupply at Muir Trail Ranch, probably about 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and then with big, heavy packs, off we go south. Alright, so I just blew up Lauren's Thermarest. She uses a Thermarest Pro Plus in a size large, which she likes quite a bit because it's a little bit wider. I think she does wish it was a little softer, just so that it would follow the contours of a woman's body a little bit better. As for me, I like things that are really lightweight, usually. So I use a Thermarest Neo Air, which I hated at first. The problem is that you keep rolling off to one side or the other. But once you learn how to sleep in the middle of it, it's fine. But it took me about a week to figure out how to sleep on it. It's also surprisingly warm. I was surprised how warm this thing is. Another thing that's really funny is, just like at home, we both have sides. Lauren always sleeps on this side of the tent. I always sleep on that side of the tent. No exceptions. So next I'll puff up our sleeping bags. This is Lauren's. She's a very, very cold sleeper. As in, we make her a hot water bottle every night so that she stays warm. So she's sleeping in I think it's a 15-degree feathered friend swallow, which we call EP, short for eggplant, because it's eggplant colored. So there's hers. I'm a warm sleeper. So I'm using a Western Mountaineering Summer Light, which is barely warm enough, but in this tent, it's great. And that is how we set up the inside of our tent every single night. Lauren on that side, me on that side. Home sweet home, night 11. It's going to be a beautiful night. That's beautiful. Just like that, the sky turns pink. Well, good morning on day 12 of our JMT adventure. If you look closely, you'll notice that the grass is covered in frost. It was a cold night last night. Woke up to the sound of coyotes howling. It was beautiful. Got to stay up late last night, take some pictures of the stars as well. Had a really good time. Off to the Muir Trail Ranch today to resupply, make our packs big and heavy and full of food, and then up to the high mountain passes we go for the second half of our JMT adventure. Our campsite last night was up on the rocks to your left, overlooking the lake and the mountains. It was really pretty. Look, it's Wee Moose, strapped to the outside of the backpack. One thing I just never get tired of are these beautiful little Sierra meadows. They're everywhere. They always have green grass surrounded by mountains and pine trees. You can hear the sound of water. It's just gorgeous. MTR, we just got our 2 resupply buckets, whole bunch of food. Now time to sort through all our gear and probably donate a few things we might not want, like the peanut butter, and pick up a few things we do want, like anything but peanut butter. Hey Lauren, you ready to get heavy again? So sad. That is what almost 2 weeks worth of food looks like. It looks like a mess. The other half of it is in that bucket. Lauren is smart, she's making the pack lighter already. How's the Rice Krispie treat? That's a nice change. So the trick is to put the tortillas on the bottom, then the peanut butter on the wall, and pack all of your bars of various kinds radially around the center of the bear can. Yes, I've been overthinking this for the last week and a half, but what else do you have to do when you've walked 100 miles? All that food fit in that bag and those two big clear cans. Alright, my camera and tripod weighs almost exactly 15 pounds, so let's see what the backpack weighs. Survey says
I'm not looking forward to packing this thing back up. I've really been enjoying the lightness.
60 on the money.
60?
Plus 15 for the camera and tripod. So I'm at 75.
This is Dave.
And we're off. Lauren and I found our spot for the night. This will be home sweet home on night number 12. Kings Canyon National Park at our beck and call. Look at the view from our campsite. This is beautiful.
Good morning on day 13 of our John Muir Trail trek. We are along the banks of the beautiful San Joaquin River. It is a spectacular morning. The stars were amazing last night. I'll put up some pictures so you can see. Got my hot cider brewed. Then have a little freeze-dried breakfast skillet in the morning. Already had my big Texas cinnamon roll. I'm getting really hungry every day. I pretty much eat all day and I'm still hungry when I go to bed. But that's the beauty of hiking. You can eat whatever you want.
Alright, morning of day 13. Off we go to hike up the Evolution Valley towards Evolution Basin and eventually Muir Pass. Let's do it. In order to cross Evolution Creek, Lauren, whose feet are blistered and bandaged pretty heavily. A little concerned that she might get her feet wet. So, since we have the very handy attribute of being able to trade shoes, we're gonna do just that. She's gonna wear mine, and I'm gonna wear my sandals. I guess that's not quite trading, but close enough.
Thanks, hubby.
Welcome. Love you. Well, gentlemen, for all of you who have always wanted your wife to walk a mile in your shoes, how many of you got to do it while she was on camera with 50 pounds on her back? Yeah. You are officially no longer a day hiker when every single time that you stop for lunch, or frankly for anything, out comes a solar charger, everything that you just washed in the river, and you eat. And you eat some more. Hiking up Evolution Valley kind of reminds me of hiking up Lyell Canyon, but it's much narrower, more intimate, and hardly any people. There are, however, lots and lots of fish. As the last light faded on the mountains, we set up our tent, made our camp. While Lauren was cooking dinner, we just noticed that our good friend the moon is back out. It's been gone the last few days, but the stars have been outstanding. Won't be up for long tonight, but hey, it's back. A little bit of moonlight. Good morning, everyone. Today marks another Big Texas Cinnamon Roll, another day to hike 10 or 12 miles. And it also means we've been on the trail for 14 days, 2 weeks. It's been really, really amazing. Our feet are quite sore, but sleeping pretty well at night, having a good time every day. The sights are beyond beautiful. Today should be fun. We're going to go up the Muir Pass and see the Muir Hut and just be ringed in by mountains all day long. Look at these views from our campsite. It is beautiful up here. We're less than a mile from Evolution Lake, which is supposed to be just spectacular too. Cold tuna for breakfast. Of course, I guess everything's cold when it's 30 degrees at night. One of the strangest things about last night's campsite is that not 35 feet from our tent are thousands of wild onions. Today is going to be one of those days where we shoot a whole bunch of memory cards. It is beautiful every direction you look right now.
roast almonds. Cheers.
Time for a little lunch stop. Make sure we have enough energy to go up over John Muir Pass. Nice. I can't get over just how crystal clear Wanda Lake is. Let me show you this here. There's Lauren, and up above her is the John Muir hut. We finally made it to the John Muir hut. In goes Lauren. That is a fat old marmot, oh my gosh.
That's cool.
Time to pitch our tent. Red pole, of course. Lauren always gets the red pole. It's always fun trying to find a spot with no rocks in it. Not there, be there. There we go.
We have success. Woohoo!
Let's put a rock on that one so it stays put. Time for our last guy line. It appears we have pretty good views of this campsite as well.
Good morning on day 15. It was another frosty night last night. Look at all the frost on top of our bear canister lid. It was warm inside the tent though. Looks like it's going to be another beautiful Sierra day. That is by far the earliest we've seen sun at camp in this whole trip. It is not even 7:30. We usually get sunhead about 8:15 to 8:20. That's a wonderful feeling. This is going to be a good day. It's nice to get started early. My big Texas cinnamon roll is frozen. Still good though. Off we go on day 15. Beautiful day. It's a sad day when the rock monster needs dentures. He lost all of his teeth. So sad. Tomorrow's first goal, climb the Golden Staircase. After that, Mather Pass. Good morning. It's day 16. It is time for some hot apple cider to get my day going. Here's our stove. It's an MSR pocket rocket. Teeny little thing, but it works like a charm. $80 calories of pure sugary goodness. Here's to day 16, the Golden Staircase, and Mather Pass.
Lauren and I are part of the way up the Golden Staircase, and we are out of water, so time to filter some water in another beautiful, clear mountain stream. Never ending, gotta love them. So I'm down there filtering water, and I just realized that I really stink. So I'm gonna go get cleaned up. Almost to the pass. Whew. Mather Pass is a bear. We are 250 yards from the top. So I think I've deserved an extra pick-me-up. My all-time favorite candy, an atomic fireball. I absolutely love these things. It's one of those things that makes you feel like a kid at Christmas when you know Santa brought a pony. And a rocket ship. Let's go do Mather Pass. We did it!
Mather, done. Holy smokes.
Nice job.
Wow.
That was a tough one. Look at that view. Mather Pass. Not only is Mather Pass really cool and really beautiful and really hard, but if you yell really loud, it echoes for like 5.5 seconds. Definitely try that. Here's the view ahead from the top of Mather Pass. That's big country. And here's the view behind Mather Pass, looking north. This is from where we came.
Chocolate.
So we're going to descend now from Mather Pass, follow the trail, go between these lakes here, and hoping to camp somewhere around where the trees start in the valley there. And tomorrow, we'll hike Pinchot Pass.
Good morning, everyone. It is day... I don't actually remember what day it is. It's another day. Another big Texas cinnamon roll. Another 10 or 11 miles we're going to hike. And another day full of beautiful scenery. I'll check back in the day and get back with you.
So we decided it is day 17. Looking back through Mather Pass, you have a really good view of the Palisades. There are a number of peaks there that are very rugged and all over 14,000 feet. And then to my right, Split Mountain, which is another 14er, right here. After crossing the creek, it was back uphill towards Pinchot Pass. Sometimes the best way to climb a pass is just to do it later. Nap time. So for whatever reason, I'm just super tired today. Not sleepy tired, just physically tired. I know I haven't been eating enough calories, but we're eating as much as we planned on, which is as much as we could possibly fit in our bear canister. And our sack, which we also brought, which is cheating. Probably eating 32 to 3,400 a day, and I need at least 1,000 more than that. I have no energy. I'm sleeping like a baby, but this pass is kicking my butt, and it's not even that hard. Sure is pretty much. Lauren, how you doing today? Wee Moose, how are you doing today? We had a visitor to our camp last night. It was like a little mouse who decided to munch on Lauren's trekking pole grips. Desert bighorn sheep. Here's the view from the top of Pinchot Pass looking south. Some really big peaks way off in the distance. This is so cool. I got the whole family group running up the hill here. Hey Lauren, come look. Here they are.
Oh, cool.
There's Lake Marjorie. Down we go. Well, it's about 20 after 6. Almost time for Lauren and I to start looking for a campsite. A lot of beautiful little lakes down in here. Good morning on day 18 of our JMT trek. It's a gorgeous morning outside. My favorite campsite so far, hands down. Stars were excellent last night. To my right, I'll show you in a minute, there's this gorgeous lake, these rugged mountains reflecting over it. It was a little cold last night. My boots had ice on the outside of them inside the tent vestibule, and our tent's quite warm. So it was probably upper 20s, maybe mid 20s last night. But beautiful morning, sun's out. It's already, well, it feels like it's in the 60s, probably not, but so we got some miles to do today. We have 5 days left of our trip, and I'll see you a little bit later. So here you can see what's happening to the back side of my boots, where the scree collar, which is a leather part here, is sewn into the lining down below. It's splitting, and there's got a tear there, a solid 1.5 inches wide now. Sucks. I love these boots. I've been wearing them for 7 or 8 years now. They have well over 1,000 miles. They might be getting close to 1,500 miles on them. And the soles are still hanging in there. So I think the leather in the soles could go 2,000 miles, but my sweat has just dissolved the lining. So it is what it is. Last trip. Finally saw bears, mother and a cub. Look at them go. Some of these lizards are so big I thought they were snakes for a second. I really don't like snakes. Like this guy. He's about 12 inches from tip to tail. Yesterday was my really tough day. Today is Lauren's tough day. I was just dragging tail yesterday and she's just having a hard time going today. Blisters are killing her, shorts are rubbing her legs raw, just tired. But we're doing it, we're making decent time. Doing a good job, babe. So I'm sure virtually none of you know, but I was a forestry major many years ago back in college. And one of my favorite trees was Pinus aristata, the bristlecone pine, the longest living organism in the world. These are bristlecone pines. They live the longest in the poorest of conditions because nothing else can compete with them. The wind and the elements and the dust and the snow will strip the bark right off of one side of the tree, all the way to the top. Looks like it's dying. The tree's doing just fine. The other side is alive and well and feeding the rest of that tree. Just like this guy here. That's an old tree. Well, good morning on our 19th day of our John Muir trek. We're going to head up over Glen Pass today, so we got a little bit of an early start. We tend to be late risers and late to the trail, usually not much before 10 o'clock. Right now it is 7:45, and hopefully we'll be hiking in about 45 minutes. So follow along, we'll show you all the scenery. Last night we stayed here at Arrowhead Lake. It was a beautiful campsite. There were deer all over the place. Well, we're climbing out of the Ray Lakes Basin. Kind of sad to leave that area. It was really pretty down there. Glen Pass. It's kicking my butt. We're almost there. That settles it. Glen Pass is a 2 fireball pass. How we doing?
Good, yourself?
Doing well.
Well, you got some heavyweight equipment there?
A little bit. Well, there it is. It's in view. I wish I wasn't zoomed all the way in right now. We'll get there. It is definitely steep looking up that hill.
Just telling Ryan, I think this is the first time in my life I can remember the wind flapping in my leg hair.
How long's it been, babe?
How long have we been on the trail?
19 days?
20 days?
Which means I've been wearing the same pair of pants for 20 days. That's gross. There's the view from where we came. And there's the view to where we are headed, south. Glen Pass, one more down. Next up, Forester Pass. Immediately south of Glen Pass is this gorgeous crystal clear tarn. You gotta see the water in this thing. So we're headed down from Glen Pass, headed southbound, and I noticed that there is looks to be a freshly lightning started fire approximately 8 to 10 miles from us in the same direction as the trail. You zoom in and see if I can catch it for you. Hopefully that doesn't cause any issues for us. Near the shimmering waters of Lake Charlotte. And the view ahead. Passing the intersection to the trail for Charlotte Lake. It's pretty funny. It apparently is a very common place to leave notes. There are no less than 4 notes, just that I'm counting from here, on this sign to various people. None for us, which is fine. We'll say no news is good news. I really should be hurrying right now because we have a lot more miles to make today, but look at this view coming into Vidette Meadow. Absolutely stunning. Well, I thought we were going to get a thunderstorm there, that cloud you can see, but went just to the west of us, so it looks like we're in the clear at least for now. It is 6:30, we're getting tired, about ready for camp. We're going to start looking for sight as soon as we can get to a flat spot. Right here, it is not flat. Lauren's knees are killing her right now, and I know her blisters probably don't feel good either, so we need to find a spot pretty soon. Alright, looks like we found a spot. Even has a bear box. It's always a good thing. These bear boxes are wonderful. Heavy gauge steel, bear proof, hiker resistant, we've noticed. Turn the ISO up so you can see it. There you are. You have to turn the dials, which requires opposable thumbs. Bears don't have those, so they're great for people. Now we just need to figure out which particular site we want to camp at, pitch our tent, cook our dinner, and crash. Hoping to make a few more miles today, but we did pretty well. Well, we found our camp spot. It's just over here. I think that little spot right there will work quite nice. Plus, it has trees to sit on, which is always nice at camp to have a place to sit.
Good morning, everyone. It is day 20. We have 3 days left, in theory. We need to make about 36 miles. The farthest we've gone in 3 days before is about 32 miles. And there's some big uphill here, including Mount Whitney. I'm all out of Big Texas cinnamon rolls. That's a real bummer. But I do have one scrambled eggs and bacon Mountain House meal left. So that's what's making water for right now. And there's some squirrels flying and rustling around through camp that I should really try and show you. Here they go. Crazy critters. Look like they're having fun.
We spend the first part of the morning hiking below the Kearsarge Pinnacles, form a row of jagged peaks about 12,000 feet elevation. Well, it is a beautiful day to make some miles. And we need to make some miles. Time to filter water one more time before we go over Forester Pass. We're cruising this morning, but that's partly because our packs are a little lighter because we have no more water. There's some thunderstorms up there to the north over the Glen Pass and Pinchot Pass area, but so far over Forester Pass, weather's holding up pretty well. Home stretch. Almost up to Forester Pass, which is a good thing because there is some weather coming in. We successfully made it up to the top of Forester Pass. It is cold up here. Unfortunately, there's definitely some weather coming in though, so I'm going to call this good. Got my warm puffy coat on now. Here's the view towards where we're going. Headed south towards Whitney. know all that really nice, lightweight, expensive rain gear you buy for the trip and you never end up using? I'm stoked because we actually got to use ours. How do I look? I think my wife looks like a freaking backpacking ninja right now. Yeah. Hard to believe, but that's Forester Pass right there. That little teeny notch in this mountainside. That's some extremely impressive trail work. Hats off to all you guys that make these trails. You rock. That is a very big marmot. That's right, it's snowing outside. Lauren gets cold really easy, so she can't really stop or she'll freeze. 19 days of sunshine and blue skies and then snow. Hey, gotta love the mountains. Well, there's looking back towards Forester Pass. It snowed on us for the last hour and a half. Looks like there's another round coming right about now. So, time to put the camera away again. Later. Well, it is cold outside. It's probably in the upper 30s right now. It's been snowing on and off for the last 2 hours. There's a little blue sky over there to the east. You can just barely make it out. All the grasses and weeds and vegetation have turned color for the year. We're going to keep on moving. We got about 3.5 miles until the Bighorn Plateau. And we're going to hopefully cross that with no thunder or lightning risk and go from there. Well, the storm is finally clearing. We're finally starting to get some blue skies behind us. Blue skies off towards the Owens Valley. And blue skies behind us towards Forester Pass. Now, if we could only get some blue skies ahead of us, it'd be good to go. Well, the weather is finally cleared out. It is beautiful now, if a bit chilly. And we need to try and make another 2 or 2.5 miles to the Bighorn Plateau. If we can do that, it'll set ourselves up for a reasonable last 2 days. We just filtered some water with the last of the sunshine. Time to look for camp, so we will see you at camp shortly. Well, that is a wonderful sight for sore feet. Our first Mount Whitney sign, 16.1 miles. Let's go that way. Well, instead of camping down by the creek, Laura and I are going to try and make it to Bighorn Plateau tonight. And I'm glad we did because we are surrounded by enormous mountains, ancient trees, and if you look closely off in the distance, there's fresh snow in the peaks.
Well, good morning. It is our 21st day on the trail, 3 weeks. Last night was freaking cold. We're up here on Bighorn Plateau. Really, really pretty, but really, really stinking cold. And really windy too. Look at these clouds, lenticular clouds from the high winds aloft over the peaks. Our tent kept us warm enough. There's the view right out the front door of our tent. Mount Whitney, front and center. Way off in the distance to the north, you can actually see Forester Pass. That's that notch in the top center of the frame. Lauren's starting her day off with a little bit of hot oatmeal on this freezing cold morning. Good morning, crows.
Lauren and I are having a leisurely morning in the tent. Of course, Lauren is working on her blisters right now. We hiked so far yesterday 13.6 miles that we're actually a little bit ahead of schedule, even though we've been a day behind for quite some time. So it's nice to just relax, just chill in the tent. Also, it was really frosty last night, so we had a lot of condensation in the tent. So it's drying out now. Should be dry here in another 5-10 minutes and we'll strike camp. Lauren and I also just calculated that we have officially hiked 200 miles as of today, including Half Dome. I also noticed I really need to shave. We almost had a tragedy there. So Lauren first cleans her feet and then she puts moleskin on the blisters, and then she'll put duct tape over the moleskin to keep it in place. And we thought we lost the duct tape. It's in a little teeny roll and it had rolled down the tent floor a little bit. But we found it. So we're okay.
That's it, we're done.
Yay! Well, for the last time on the whole trip, we just did our laundry in the stream. We'll still have to filter water a couple more times, and there will be lots more snacking. Time for our second to last trail lunch. We're having wild caught light tuna in a bag and peanut butter
On a sport.
on a spork. So we've got about 2.5 more miles till our last campsite of the JMT. We're camping up around Guitar Lake, and then it's 3,000 vertical feet ascent for breakfast tomorrow morning to climb Mount Whitney. 'Lauren and I just stopped to talk to a National Park Service ranger who warned us that tonight and tomorrow would both be very windy and very cold. At 5:45 p.m. we have made it to Guitar Lake, which incidentally is the earliest we've made it to a campsite in the entire trip. Quite exciting.
Good morning, everyone. It is 4:45 in the morning. We're going to go do Mount Whitney. It is flipping freezing cold in this tent. I didn't sleep the last 2 hours because I was so cold. I think Lauren slept, but only barely. I know she was cold too. But we're going to go climb the tallest mountain in the lower 48 states. You ready to go hike Mount Whitney, babe?
Yep.
Let's go do it. We just stopped for a brief layer break. We only hiked about, 3/8 of a mile, and it started to get warm already. We're making a good time coming up. There's just one little problem. Our water bottles are freezing. It is really cold outside. But we're probably a little over halfway up already, and it's just after 8, so we're gonna keep moving before we get cold and enjoy the scenery. There's Guitar Lake where we camped last night. We camped kind of on the back side where the neck of the guitar, if you will, starts. I see sunlight ahead. That's very exciting. We are super cold. Oh, that feels good. That feels really good.
Sunshine! Yay!
How good does that sunshine feel?
It's amazing. Still cold, but it feels good.
Mount Whitney, 1.9. Let's go see what the view is up here. The end is in sight. There's the summit hut of Mount Whitney. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Yeah!
John Muir Trail.
That was a long walk.
That was a long walk. 22 days, the best hiking I've ever had in my whole life. 10,000 feet below us is the Owens Valley. Now it's my turn. All right. Date 9/13/16. Name Ryan Bowler, aka Tripod. The good old city of Fort Collins in the beautiful state of Colorado. Done. Well,
We just walked 221 miles over 22 days. I'd say I earned one more atomic fireball.
You learned a hell of a lot more than that, bud.
You're right. I did earn more than that. Let's have two. Yeah, one for each side of the mouth. That's gonna burn. Now all that remains is to descend 6,000 feet, then hitchhike a ride to our car and go home.